Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. Today we're going to do a minimal get ready with me because I'm headed out to the store and to the post office box. I'm going to talk to you along the way about what I've been doing diet-wise for the last 6 months and what my blood work showed. You want to do that? I know you do because you've been telling me you do. So here we go. I can't stop using this. I'm using parchment paper taped around the overhead light because, well, it's a temporary thing. But anyway, because I need to block the light that hits my hair or you'd never see my hair. A bunch of shadows in my face and whatnot. But I'm telling you, tape don't want to stick to that. So it could fall down on me again. Yeah, I went ahead and filmed even though this has already happened once. I'm mixing foundations again. I'm trying to blow through ones that I have, not a whole bottle of, so that I can get new foundations, specifically the new Makeup Forever one, which I love this foundation, and I love this foundation. That's the Mercier one. On my last Get Ready With Me, when I was talking to you guys about my store and it closing, God love you guys. Well, first I want to say a couple of things. One, to the people overseas who were expressing they couldn't buy or they would have bought except it was overseas. I know. Hang on. I actually do need a mirror. To all of the people who are in the Fritzy family who are overseas who have expressed over the years that they wanted to buy something but they couldn't, and I didn't ship overseas. You guys never had the option to buy, but it meant the world to me that you would have bought if you could. It was an intention to get to ship overseas, but I felt like I needed to know more about it. I don't just figure it out when I have to. And I think like even on giveaways, because the percentage is so much lower than the people in the United States, I think there's only been like twice that somebody has won a giveaway and it was, they were overseas or not in the United States. So I'm just like flying by the seat of my pants on those, hoping that nothing bad happens. I wanted to try the sponge again, is why I'm not showing you guys and using my Frankenpuff. Yes, this is the Frankenpuff. So named because of my sew job. They call me the tape queen for nothing, honey. I don't sew. But let's just push that in a little bit. By the way, I still do not have the replacement. I don't think that they ever intended to send me a replacement. And I am going to grab the rest of it that's on here. So anyway, I wanted to make sure that I said that. And also, guys, I know YouTube has a problem with links in the comments and stuff, and they will go to needs to be approved every single time or spam. For this video, okay, if you guys have a business and you want to promote it to the Fritzy family, then I will approve those comments if you want to list the link to your business below, because I want to do my part to give back to small businesses too, especially Fritzy family small businesses. Anyway, so let's get to what you guys wanted to hear about. Many of you have been wanting to hear about my test results that I got for my blood work. Now, I'm going to preface this right here by saying that a lot of time has been spent over the last 6 months, not just watching my friends in the beauty community. I have been splitting up my attention between the beauty community and the keto community. Low carb is what I'm calling it. I am not calling what I do keto. The reason is because while a lot of people do consider it keto, I have seen the meanest people in the comment section of keto videos that I watch. They are just so mean and horrible. They make the beauty community look tame. I know that these people are going to show up and they're going to tell me that I'm not doing it right. They will say terrible, horrible things. And what the heck? Really? How come people are so mean and ugly? I just don't understand it. When I don't like a video, I don't even thumbs down it. I just leave. That cooking video that I did of the lasagna and the chicken Alfredo broccoli thing that I made dang sure on that video that I put on the title low carb. I did not say keto for a reason. I even put in the description box about don't come for me, okay? I'm not claiming to be keto, but I just knew that the ignorant people who can't figure out how to be civilized would show up in those comments and start saying stupid things. All they gotta do, I guess, is see the word low carb and then they go and attack people. Wouldn't you hate for people to think that you had nothing better to do with your life than that? Really? What I'm going to discuss with you guys on this video is what I have been doing for the last 6 months, what my results on my blood tests were, and any changes that I will be making going forward. Before I do that, I want to make sure that I say that, of course, I'm not a medical doctor. I am not giving you any sort of medical advice. All I am doing with you is sharing what I have been doing for my own personal self and how I feel about that. Don't delete and block comments on this channel. So I will delete and block you if you feel the need to be an ass. Okay? Okay, here we go. The reason I decided to do the low carb lifestyle is because of my son and a few people who have been here for a while, and they do this, okay? Probably the first person that I ever heard about this from was Marge Burkle. Marge Burkle has been doing a keto lifestyle with her husband for a long time. I remember the first time that I was aware of that, she was showing a box that was, I think, called Keto Crate, and it was a subscription box for keto people. And I was interested in what the heck is keto? So I did a little reading about it, and then what I determined was no frickin' way. Anyway, so I decided that I couldn't possibly do this keto thing because my cholesterol was already way too high and people were constantly getting on to me, and that was just going to make it something that was worse if I was to eat all this fat. I mean, because my doctor and every place I looked, what they're telling me is eat low fat. And I'm not going to try and educate you on all of that. There's plenty of videos that do that already, okay? I'm just stating this is why I dismissed it. Then my son started researching and he wanted to do keto. And I'm like, honey, I don't know. But when my son dives into a situation to learn, he really dives in. So the fact that he was defending this, and I mean, he tried really hard to do clean keto. It's really hard, though, living here with people who eat like maniacs. So it wasn't going over too good, and he dropped out of doing that. But I did learn along the way, listening to him about certain things. And there were people that he watched, like Thomas DeLauer and Dr. Eric Berg, and I can't think of, a bunch off the top of my Keto Connect, and, just a bunch of people off the top of my head that, he would watch these people and he would learn from them, and he would take a good chunk of his money and buy, separate from our groceries, he would buy this stuff because, I mean, guys, Shy Guy, back when I had my job that I don't have anymore, I would put the food on the table because I wanted a sustainable table. And Shy Guy's just like okay with going to Kroger and getting, regular food. Like I would have vegetables brought in from the farm and pay the premium for it. I would have our milk brought in from the farm. I would have our meat from the farm. There's a farm here in Ladoga, and I would get this stuff, and this is how we ate. And I dropped weight just from eating clean. Just from eating clean foods that hadn't been messed with. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, there's this documentary that you can watch called Food Inc. I have to warn you though, if you don't have the funds to eat clean, you might not want to watch that video because it will change the way you see food. In any case, after I couldn't do that job anymore, Shy Guy is now putting the food on the table, so he don't want to pay those premiums for food. Him and my son both did try the keto lifestyle with me for a little bit, but they still like all this stuff that I have given up. And I can't blame them. I mean, when you're ready, you're ready. And I'm not saying that someday down the road I won't fall completely off, but it did change the way I ate midway through this whole thing, because we can't afford to have a keto food budget and a regular food budget here. We just cannot do that. And quite frankly, I'm not going to lay all the blame there. I just actually love certain things that are considered low carb, but not necessarily a keto thing to do. And we'll get to that in a minute. In any case, I'm just explaining that my son knows a lot about keto. My husband cannot go on keto solely. He can have what I'm having, and then I can add stuff to his thing to bump his carbs for his insulin. But I mean, his doctor really came down on him. So he has to do what his endocrinologist says. He just has to. He can't ignore doctors the way I do. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that. I just want to talk about what I have been doing. Basically, I've been eating low carb. I've been doing what they call dirty keto. So what is dirty keto? Dirty keto is when you get your low carbs from even processed food. For example, a keto person wouldn't indulge in all the amount of cheeses and stuff I do. And certainly not cheeses that have been shredded and have caking agent all over them or in plastic bags. You know what I'm talking about. Shredded cheese, right? Okay, well, no lie, my favorite thing to eat is cheddar chips and onion dip. I love that so much. There's very little carb at all in that. It's high fat. I love it, but that is not a good fat. You should lean more toward things like avocados and pecans or walnuts and, not rely on melting down cheese and just eating it, which I love to do. And I have been successful in losing almost 30 pounds now, eating everything I love. Back before I started this, what scared me into it was I don't want to be a diabetic. That's what did it, plain and simple. I went to the doctor, they did my blood work, my triglycerides were 181, which I know is not good, but in the past they've been as high as 385. Liar, liar, pants on fire. I'm dyslexic. It's 358. My total cholesterol is like around 300 because that's normal for me. That's why they've been telling me that I am a walking heart attack. Been on Zocor for a little bit. I was on Vytorin for a little bit. I was on Lipitor for a little bit. And I would do this for a couple of months to make everybody happy and appease them. But I swear, my back hurt more. And I was scared all the time that, this was going to do something horrible to me. And then when I read that they were finding out that Lipitor causes diabetes, I went, bye, see you later. Shy Guy has been the source of a lot of anxiety for me over the last decade, maybe. And it's been a roller coaster ride you would not believe that has me so scared of diabetes. All right, I see I got a little messy here. We're gonna let that dry before we go after that. Okay, my minimal makeup that I'm doing here is gonna be done before I'm done with this story, isn't it? Then I went to another doctor, okay, and she is a little bit more open. She did my blood work and it came up bad. It was like my total cholesterol, of course, 300 again. And, when doctors do this, I don't even bat an eye because I know even on a statin, it's still really high. It's hereditary. I get that this runs in my family. I have always said there's more to this than they think. Here we are all these years later. I'm still carrying this really high cholesterol. And I go see this doctor and she says, your triglycerides are like 181. Your HDL was, I think it was 60, which is good. Your LDL, I don't remember what it is. It's like 200 and something, maybe 221 or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's high, okay? They want me to go on a statin again. I'll be right back. Okay, I want to do a couple finishing touches. We're going to contour my nose a little bit. So I tell her I'll go on the statin, I'll be good, and I'll take it like I'm supposed to, and I'll stay on it. This will make my family very happy because they all believe in statins and doing what the doctor said, and I am not that person. I'm constantly the person who's fighting with the doctor the whole time. It's just because I don't believe in a lot of what medicine has done. And some of this is because I've seen working in the field. I've seen things, you know. I've seen the bad side of the medical world. I've seen the bad side of what insurance companies do. And I don't believe that they always have our best interests at heart. It's just me. I just don't think that. So I'm constantly the patient who looks it up, researches it, and goes, yeah, I'll take my chances. So yeah, I told her, I said, prove it to me. Prove that I need to have a statin. Show me some concrete proof that I actually have plaque building up in my arteries and that I actually need this statin. I need to get my LDL down. Prove it to me and I will do what you tell me to do. And she said, fair enough. So she sent me for a CAT scan and they looked everywhere. And then the results, of course, proved that they were wrong. The results showed that there was no plaque at all. All right, let me take that back. There was the end of a pin, they said. The end of a pin. So small that it was like 0.08 amount of plaque built up in my arteries. And then they did a vascular scan. And yeah, everything came up clean and pointed to, no, I do not have any plaque built up in me anywhere. So anyway, she said, okay, and didn't put me on a statin. We talked about my diet. We determined that Shy Guys popcorn probably is something I shouldn't do every week. Which a big bowl of this popcorn with a whole stick of butter in it. And I eat it. I mean, I will fight you. I will not share. I am not nice. Anyway, so I was supposed to modify my diet to get my triglycerides down, but I don't think that she thought that meant go do keto. Or what I call low carb. Right. Over the last 6 months, some of you have noticed that I've been dropping weight because my face is getting thinner. And, we can talk about that in a separate video, what I've been doing to try and combat the slack, because the slack is real. When you start dropping weight, your skin hangs. So, as an older woman, being heavier is probably, if you're concerned about that, being heavier is probably a better thing for you because, I didn't have to worry about so much of this hanging skin 30 pounds ago. All right, sorry, I had to change the angle. The light coming in off that window just really, I don't want to look like I have no hair, but it whites me out pretty bad back there. Anyway, so when I went to the doctor back in May, they told me that my A1C was to the point where she was considering, if I didn't get it down, putting me on a pill to help me, like metformin or something like that. Is that the name of it? I hope. And I went, no. You can threaten my cholesterol all you want. I don't believe that. But don't even think about telling me that I'm gonna be a diabetic. So as I told you, that was why I decided to do something, and that something was this. So after eating like this for 6 months, my A1C is no longer a concern to her. I am at 5.6. So yay, that's good. That's what I wanted. My cholesterol, I did not expect to come down at all, but I sure expected it to be a lot worse than what it is. So my total cholesterol, and keep in mind that I was eating bad fats, okay, this whole time. So my total cholesterol before was 300 even. And it is now 314, so it went up 14 points. My LDL before was 202, and so it went up 32 points, so it's now 234. My HDL was 60, and it went up to 64, which I kind of was hoping it would go up higher, but, I haven't been exercising as much, and well, like I said, the fat I'm choosing to eat isn't that good. My triglycerides came down 100 points from 181 to 81. And the ratio of, liver stuff, that was all the same. Those were the numbers that I was primarily concerned with. I asked her, I go, so what say you? And she said, as your doctor, I need to tell you that you should be on a statin. And I'm like, but I know you're not going to do that. And as just somebody off the record, I would like to see what would happen if you changed your fats. And she goes, I would like to see you stop eating cheddar chips and onion dip for breakfast. And eat more things like salmon and avocados and nuts and stuff like this. Okay, so I just wonder, not saying that you should do this, but I just wonder what it would look like, how you would feel, what that result would be if you were to take those saturated fats down. And I went, challenge accepted. So I'm not telling you that I am now clean keto, because I'm still not eating the way Thomas DeLauer would. I'm still not eating like Dr. Berg. I think that life should be enjoyable. For example, when I make a salad, hey, I put blueberries and strawberries in it. It's why I love to eat salad all the time. I don't put in a lot, but it's enough to make me continue to want to eat salad, and it makes Shy Guy want to eat salad. So, like last night, we had for dinner a Big Chef salad, and that included our turkey, it included ham. Both of those are lunch meats, which really I probably shouldn't be doing. But it was also loaded with pecans and walnuts and avocado and, all kinds of things that are really good for me. So you just eat less of the bad and more of the good. And yeah, I'm anxious to kind of see what this will do going forward too. And as I said, I am in no way telling you to do any of this. Got it? All right then. I hope you guys remember and know that you are the best part of the Fritzy family. If you're not having a blessed day, go out and be a blessing to somebody else. See how much that gets better. Until next time, love you, see ya, bye, and I'm out.
Before we become a cat, I just want to apologize if some parchment paper falls down on my head. I'm baking Kiki. I'm baking Kiki. I'm baking Kiki. I'm making up a song now. I'm baking Kiki. It's like, needs some fluidity. It needs some fluidity. Just roll with it. Just roll with it, baby. Dun, dun, we're gonna roll with it, baby. Glitzy vocabulary. Where I need that? What is this? What is that? Is that a fly? No, flies fly. Because, as I hinted in a previous video, I get nothing but trouble. If you're looking for trouble, you came to the right place. If you're looking for trouble, I think you're getting in my face. I was born standing up and talking back. My mama was a mean-eyed lumberjack. That's what I always thought they were saying. Dang it, Mother Pat. What is with you? You just want me to buy more and more and more and more and more. It's called business. That's why they would say, you're a walking heart attack. You're a walking, waka, here, waka, waka. They're more round, aren't they? Waka. I'm sorry. Mr. Napkin Head. Do you guys remember, was it The Holiday? Was that the name of it, Mr. Napkin Head? Mr. Napkin Head. Wait a minute, I can do Mr. Napkin Head. Hang on. Wait, I can do it. Oh, Mr. Napkin Head. Mr. Napkin Head. It's like, what are you doing? I can't figure out what I'm doing. I take my chances. I don't mind working without a net. I take my chances. I take my chances every chance I get. Yeah, I do.